Well, good morning, Tuberovsky. I was going to make this video about something else, but I just can't stay off the Osama stuff. There's just too much material coming up here. Because already there's a cottage industry springing up questioning and debunking his recent lynching, and is shaping up into a real conspiracy theory that might stand right up there beside the birther movement. As politically inspired as it might be, there are grounds for smelling a cow turd in the churn here, and I can't blame anyone for refusing to drink the milk, precisely because of the administration's poor handling. Watching poor White House spokesman Jay Carney dance around reporters' questions like a tortured cat on a McDonald's griddle was funny in a pathetic sort of way. But more substantially, let's examine the manner in which the deed was allegedly done, since we don't have a corpse. 24 Navy SEALs, highly trained federal hitmen in a firefight for 40 minutes. Maybe it was a training exercise. Maybe they just should have used the old pizza delivery ploy or Western Union bit. Or posed as the Publishers Clearinghouse Prize Patrol. Could it have looked any worse? Second, that there was ever the option of capture. He was unarmed when he was allegedly killed, and by all indications, they shot through his female human shield. So there was no intention other than killing when they, allegedly, went into the Bin Laden compound. And of course, why was he buried at sea in mafia fashion? The only details missing are the cement overshoes. But allegedly the remains of whomever it was were disposed of according to Islamic law, maybe according to Pat Condell's interpretation. Well, we had to do that because no one would take the body. Like they friggin' asked. I can hear it now, reporting the kill of President Obama. We got him, sir. Are you sure it's him? Yes, sir. Good. Fly the remains here so we can do an autopsy. Not a good idea, sir. We shot at the body pretty heavily. Well, we need to give the remains a decent Muslim burial, because I just said we're not about dissing Islam here. Well, sir, we don't feel that would be wise. There might be questions as to its identity and demands to dig it up for verification and such, so we better have it just disposed of. But if we do that, it'll look like we're trying to hide something. Can't we just find another country to take the body and bury it quietly? Well, sir, we tried that. We had a few capitals on speed dial. We tried Haiti, Mongolia, and Albania, but none of them would take him. The Chinese were interested, but in exchange they wanted a few more trade secrets, so it was a no-go. Did you try El Salvador? No, sir, but it wasn't on our current contact list. Well, fly him over and we'll keep him in cold storage until we can think of something that'll fly better than a sack of shit. Oh, well, sir, we've already dumped him overboard, with full Islamic honors, so no one can say we're disrespecting the man's faith after we whacked him. And why no photograph of the remains? When they assassinated Che Guevara, they at least had the decency to prop the body up on a slab and take several full-length photo shots, and cut off the hands and send them by special courier to Fidel Castro in Havana, so we could have them properly fingerprinted. Well, we can't do that because of Geneva Convention guidelines. As a certain resident of New Jersey would say, give us a fucking break, you goddamn weasels. We're not all a bunch of goddamn fucktards. Because in the first place, that rule applies to living prisoners of war. And he was declared an enemy combatant precisely so he could be placed beyond Geneva Convention's rules and liquidated in said manner, not by regular brave men and women in the uniform of our armed services, but by an undercover death squad. So what the pluperfect fuck does the Geneva Convention have to do with anything except as an ass rag to wipe up the inconvenient shit left behind while the body of evidence is flushed into the drink? And what was the motive for it in the first place? At least the announcement. Well, it does give the president an up boost in 2012, certainly, and since the U.S. is, again allegedly, pulling out of Afghanistan next year, this can be the cue to begin said withdrawal as the mission is accomplished. Never mind, Shrub Jr. said Osama was irrelevant to the mission anyway, and that the U.S. military commander General Petraeus has been named the new DIC of the CIA. You can bet the agency in Halliburton will still be around running the show, like the KGB in Bulgaria for the next half-century. Uh-oh. A knock upon the phone. Wonder if it's the Publishers Clearinghouse Prize Patrol looking for me. Hello? Elvis! You liked my first Osama video? Well, thank you. Thank you very much. But you're all shook up because you know getting rid of the body won't stop people from still seeing him out and about and worshiping him anyway? That is how religions get started, isn't it? And you're already having enough competition from Jesus Christ and the Virgin Mary? Well, don't worry, it's probably not even him. But that just makes it worse. Doesn't even matter if he's dead anyway because you can't stop conspiracy nuts? Jesus Christ.